Because of eating so little, if I urinated or defecated, I fell over on my face there. It's so weak now. Because of eating so little, if I tried to ease my body by rubbing my limbs with my hands, the hair, rotted at its roots, fell from my body as I rubbed. Now when people saw me, some said, the recluse Gotama is black. Other people said, the recluse Gotama is not black, he is brown. Other people said, the recluse Gotama is neither black nor brown, he is golden skinned. So much had the clear, bright color of my skin deteriorated through eating so little. I thought, whatever recluses or Brahmins in the past have experienced painful, racking, piercing feelings due to exertion, this is the utmost, there is none beyond this. And whatever recluses and Brahmins in the future will experience painful, racking, piercing feelings due to exertion, this is the utmost, there is none beyond this. And whatever recluses and Brahmins at present experience painful, racking, piercing feelings due to exertion, this is the utmost, for there is none beyond this. But by this racking practice of austerities, I have not attained any superhuman states, any distinction in knowledge and vision worthy of the noble ones. Could there be another path to enlightenment? I considered. I recall when my father, the Sakyan, was occupied while I was sitting in the cool shade of a rose apple tree, jambu tree, quite secluded from sensual pleasures, secluded from unwholesome states. I entered upon and abided in the first jhana, which is accompanied by applied and sustained thought, with delight and pleasure born of seclusion. Could that be the path to enlightenment? Then following on that memory came the realization, that is the path to enlightenment. I thought, why am I afraid of that pleasure that has nothing to do with sensual pleasures and unwholesome states? I thought, I am not afraid of that pleasure since it has nothing to do with sensual pleasures and unwholesome states. I stop here for a moment. So after a lot of ascetic practices, the Buddha almost died. And after that, he thought very hard, what is the path to enlightenment? Then he remembered when he was a small boy, he could enter the first jhana. Then following on that memory, he realized that is the path to enlightenment. Then he recalled, why didn't he use this jhana before? Then he recalled, because he thought that jhanic pleasure is blamable because it is enjoyment. Because a lot of ascetics say the way to enlightenment is not through enjoyment but through suffering. So that's why he gave up the jhanas. But now he realized that the jhanic bliss is different from sensual pleasures, completely different. It's nothing to do with sensual pleasures and unwholesome states. Jhanic bliss, jhanic pleasure is a very wholesome state. I considered it is not easy to attain that pleasure with the body so excessively emaciated. Suppose I ate some solid food, some boiled rice and bread, and I ate some solid food, some boiled rice and bread. By that time, 5 monks were waiting upon me, thinking, if our recluse Gotama achieves some higher state, he will inform us. But when I ate the boiled rice and bread, the 5 monks were disgusted and left me, thinking, the recluse Gotama now lives luxuriously. He has given up his striving and reverted to luxury. Stop here for a moment. These 5 monks were his disciples, and they were all striving together. But when the Buddha decided to take the middle path, they looked down on him and left him. Now when I had eaten solid food and regained my strength, then quite secluded from sensual pleasures, secluded from unwholesome states, I entered upon and abided in the first jhana, which is accompanied by applied and sustained thought, with delight and pleasure born of seclusion. But such pleasant feeling that arose in me did not invade my mind and remain. Stop here for a moment. This is very important. The pleasant feeling that arises in meditation does not invade the mind and remain. There's a sutta, I think Majjhima Nikaya, Sutta 43, where one Arahant said that worldly pleasures, when we engage in worldly pleasures, there is a tendency to crave for it. There's a natural tendency to crave for it. Just like a child, after eating ice cream or chocolate, there's a tendency to crave for it. But with jhanic bliss, the mind in jhana is so strong, it's in complete control of itself. So even when pleasant feelings arise, it does not invade the mind and remain. There is no tendency to lust for this jhanic bliss. That is stated in the Majjhima Nikaya, Sutta 43. With the stilling of applied and sustained thought, I entered upon and abided in the second jhana, then in the third jhana, fourth jhana. But such pleasant feeling that arose in me did not invade my mind and remain.